Warning: this series contains spoilers as to the boss fights and storyline contained within The Legend of Zelda: The Skyward Sword. It's highly recommended that if you ever plan on playing this game, you wait until you've already fought the respective boss to watch this episode. Enjoy. What's up, guys? Ownedbytamater here. Welcome back to my series where I fight each and every boss, and in this case, mini boss, with only one heart in The Legend of Zelda: The Skyward Sword. And if you've been watching my series from the get-go, from the very start, you'll remember a video where I showed me fighting this skeleton dude that had two swords that I said was really just a cakewalk. That was known by the name Stalfos. He didn't really have a whole lot of abilities besides auto-retaliating whenever you miss a strike or sometimes just swiping at you. Well, in this dungeon, you're not fighting one of those, you're fighting three. So it's the Stalfos Trio, you're fighting them, you're trying to micromanage and take, one guy out while making sure you avoid the others' blades and making sure you avoid the others' auto-retaliations and strikes and stuff and such. Well, this is a lot harder to manage than just one, because they do auto-retaliate fairly quickly. There's not a lot you can do whenever you miss, and if you're not ready to dodge backwards and avoid it, you can get taken out pretty quickly. With a full heart gauge, it's really not that difficult. It is a mini boss, but if you're ready for it, it should be no problem with the full heart gauge. When you only have one heart gauge or one heart, it can be a little bit more difficult because you have to always be on the defensive, knowing that no matter where you go, they can auto-retaliate at you, and it can be over really quickly if you're not always ready to dodge, always ready to avoid one of their attacks. And as you're seeing what I'm doing, I am focusing fire on only one skeleton at a time. And this is absolutely the best way, no matter how you're fighting these with one heart, with full heart gauge, whatever. This is the absolute best way to take these guys out. If you focus fire one skeleton down, two is obviously a lot easier to manage than three. And once you focus fire the second one down, one is a crap ton easier than three or even two. And, as you see, I've gotten two down. Now it's just a striking fight. And I missed twice, so I duck backwards, dodge backwards, just in case he retaliates and strikes at me. I don't want to get down to one and then get owned. So I'm very cautious. If I miss a couple strikes, then I just dodge back just in case, and he's easily defeated. Just as his first form was, once you take out the other two, you don't have to worry about his buddy's strikes, his buddy's swords, his buddy's anything. It's just one-on-one, and he's done. And that's really all there is to this fight. There's not a whole lot to this fight. It's just kind of cool to see him re-implemented into the game later on in a little bit more difficult manner. This has been Owned by Tomater. Leave me your feedback. Let me know what you think. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. Later.